guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am dasylviaonu, a Nigerian YouTuber living in Onitsha. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. So please just go to the subscribe button and hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. To my returning subscribers, honestly, thank you. You guys are the best. So guys, drum roll. See who we have here. The special guest of honor. Hey, he finally decided to grace this channel to give you guys how we met video. Like, it's been long. How long have I been begging you for this?
I can't remember.
So I've been begging. In fact, I was even tired before he said, get dressed. Let's go and film.
Maybe since the channel started.
Since the channel started, yes. So he said, get dressed. Let's go and film it today. And you know, today is public holiday and hubby is at home. See, guys, to be honest, most times my husband is so busy. Like, he only has weekends to relax. And once the weekend comes, all he wants to do is to sleep, and I don't get to disturb him, you know. Finally, today is a holiday and he decided to film the how we met video with me, and I'm so happy. Like, you can't measure my joy. Honey, how do you feel?
It is special today, honestly, to share our beautiful love story with you guys. Believe me, at the end of the video, you'll be glad to know that love still happens. For those that are still aspiring to have the love of their life, maybe something you've been seeing in movies, it still happens. So I believe it will still happen to you.
Amen. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive right into the video. So guys, I will start by telling you how it all started. So back in 2010, after I finished college and I was about to go into uni, my mom told me and my sister that we should open an account in her bank because my mom was a teacher. So she had this, in fact, she's still using the same account. That is her salary account. So she's using this particular bank. That is where my husband works. So my mom said we should go and open an account, so it will be easier for her to be giving us our monthly allowance. Back then it was just urgent 2K. That was our monthly allowance. Then she went to the bank, she collected the forms, and she gave us the forms to fill at home. So after we finished everything, we now took it back to the bank to give it to his colleague, someone that was sitting next to my husband. So on that day, we got to the bank and his colleague was busy with another customer. There was no space for me to sit down, so he now called my husband and said, Chido, please, can this lady sit in front of you? So my husband was like, no problem, she can come and sit down. So I sat down before my husband and he was very busy. He was just working on his system. Immediately I sat down, guys, I noticed that this guy is so handsome, so cute. He's not handsome now. He's now fat. Everything has changed. But back then, if you see my husband, he was just sitting down and his hands, I was just looking at his hands. Guys, if you see coily hair, like not this our hair. Honey, can you raise your hand?
Don't mind her, please.
So I was looking at his hand and honestly, guys, I was feeling this sensation. I was just getting, what do you call it?
Are you telling your fans that you don't have self-control?
I have self-control, please. It was the Holy Spirit that was telling me something.
You were getting goosebumps.
Honey, yes, that was a sign. Don't tell me that I don't have control.
Okay, that was a sign.
A sign that this is your husband. Because so I was just, I was having goosebumps. I was like, what is this? I was just looking at him. And I said in my mind, oh my God, if this guy says anything to me, we are married. Right here, inside this bank. Let him just say something. And guys, this guy not talk to me. He did not even say, Nne, what is your name? The only thing he said was, how are you? How is your mom? Finish. He did not say, what is your name? Can I have your number? Or can we meet somewhere, sometime?
Wait.
Nothing. That's how I packaged myself and left. Immediately the colleague finished with what he was doing, I moved over to his seat. Once he finished, I left the bank. I did not see him again, totally forgot about him, and I moved on with my life. Honey?
Guys, let me tell you the truth. It's not as it happened, although I didn't say much. I just greeted her.
You did not say anything.
No. It's normal courtesy. I'm a customer service officer. You just exchange greetings, which I did. You understand? But you didn't know what was going on in my mind.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm a principled someone. If you know me very well, you know I'm a principled someone. But the truth is, I had someone I was dating then. Then once in a while, we are all human beings. Once in a while, you just walk into someone and say, wow. I couldn't do much. I just said, oh, I'm dating someone. Let me just not talk much. I just greeted and left the other ones in my heart. But I felt something moved in my heart, as in like, if I was having 100% love for the one I was dating then, for the first time in my life, that thing shifted straight to 50. I started seeing faults, I started asking myself, this lady that I've been dating don't used to smile. Doesn't used to, you see the way this lady was, smiling and, felt comfortable, My bank is a bank, sometimes it can be crazy, the heat of the moment and all that. But I was still able to notice that somebody was there. I used to know the mom. The mom would come around, I will help her out. I didn't even know I would end up with her daughter. You understand? So it's a very, very, very long story, actually. From that moment after she left, things started getting bad for me and my
girlfriend then.
But actually, not because I met her. So people will not start talking like
like you left her because of me.
No, I didn't even remember her when I was having issues with the girl. I was fighting and trying to make things work, but it didn't work out. It was difficult to get someone, and it's very, 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 very. Like if you meet like 100 people in a day in the city where I am, 90 will be men.
Yeah.
You understand?
Businessmen.
Then out of the 10 ladies you'll be meeting, I'm sorry to say it,
Don't say it.
it was difficult.
Yeah.
I kept on searching and searching and searching and searching. No way. Do you understand? But one day, something came up to my mind that about a year ago, someone came to open an account in my branch and the picture was still there, as if it was just happening, as in I could see the person. But the greatest problem I had then was I couldn't match a name or a phone number. There was no contact. I didn't collect contact. You understand? And I said, oh my God, if only I can remember this person's name. I told my colleague about it, the one that actually attended to her. I told him, I said, can't you remember? I was asking her, can't you remember that very girl that the mom came to open an account for with the sister? He said he cannot remember.
No.
I tried so many ways, I searched through account files and, I could not. I tried to search with so many, as in everything I could, lay my hands on. I couldn't get it. I said, okay, no problem. Only time will tell. Time went on, and at the time, I couldn't bear it anymore. I went to church on one of those days. I told God, I'm giving you a challenge. I'm going to give you a challenge. If you don't meet up with my challenge, I'm going to settle down with a dog. In the next 1 month, in the next 1 month, if you don't give me a life partner, I I will just end this whole search party and I will all go to bed.
You buy
Then the next day, I'm going to buy a good English dog for myself. That would be the end. If my parents like let them go and hit their heads, I don't care. They can go and jam a transformer. I don't care. But 1 month and you don't give me my life partner. And guys, let me tell you exactly what I said though. When I was saying, you know, sometimes you want to ask for something when you don't have how do you say it? You don't have choice. The beggar has no choice. The beggar has no choice. I told God, see the person I'm looking for. In 1 month, if I don't get this person, you see, I will settle down, because after all, it doesn't mean that I will not survive. A dog is a very trusted partner.
Yeah.
Can lay down his life or his life for the master. So I don't care. I can settle down for a dog. So that was it. Guys, I have challenged God like maybe 3 times in my life. That was the second one. There will not be much time to talk about the first one. That was the second one. And anytime I challenge God, and I'm so deeply touched about that, as in so deeply touched about that nobody will even hear about it. I will just go to my closet and kneel down and pray seriously about it. God always comes up with a solution immediately. He doesn't even waste time. So when after saying that prayer, I went on with my work. I come to office. I was kind of moody because there was a heartbreak before I said this.
Yeah.
There was a heartbreak before I said this. I was kind of moody, doing my work and all that. So my colleague in the office, they will always ask me, JD, when are you going to settle down? Because most of my mates then, this person will say it is this weekend, the other one next weekend, I'm getting married. I was like the only person left as a still single. So before you can discuss with someone for like 5 or 10 minutes, the person is already asking you don't have any girlfriend right now. So before you even get, you now ask in this one before you even get a girlfriend, and you people will date, you now know whether it will work or not work, and we now talk about marriage. So people ask me, I'll say 2030. I was just waiting for what to happen, let it happen.
Yeah. So just like he said, he was looking for me when I was busy living my baby girl's life, because he did not talk to me. I went to their bank in 210. That colleague that I was sitting with, the one that he was calling to get my number or to tell him that he's looking for this particular person, they transferred him to another branch. And immediately they transferred him, he told me, because we used to talk on phone, he told me that they have transferred him and one other person in that customer service, because they were in customer service. So when he told me that they transferred him and the other person, I just felt that they transferred everybody in that customer service. So there was no need for me to go there now. I don't know anybody there again. And another thing happened. They now opened a branch of their bank just a stone throw from my house, so it was easy. Our transactions, everything were just easy. I started going to the new branch and I met somebody. No, we are not into any relationship or anything, but the guy liked me. I never felt the same way. Okay, so I would come to the bank, he would help me with my transactions. I'll just go for my mind, maga form. So I don't care. I don't want to stand in the queue. Every time, if I just come into the bank, he would help me with my transactions, but we never had anything serious. He was serious, but I wasn't serious. I was dating somebody. That person that I was dating, I saw me. It was an arranged, what do I call it? Arranged what? Relationship, should I call it? Okay, it was arranged. So his sister saw me. She was like, oh, I saw this girl, definitely you will like her.
Many ladies in my bank got married through this mix.
It didn't work for me. I was working in the relationship, okay? My parents liked the guy. Everything about him was 10 over 10. Everything, background, 10 over 10. Family, 10 over 10. Everything, 10 over 10.
Who scored you guys?
I. But our own relationship was 2 over 10. And you know the relationship is more important than any other thing. So it didn't work out. So when I was dating the guy, everything was just off. Like sometimes I would cry myself to sleep. Like I didn't understand. I didn't even know what I was doing then. I don't even know why. I was hurting me now. As in
flogging you?
No, flogging me. Emotional pain. I was going through emotional stress, emotional trauma, emotional. Only leave me all.
Emotional stress.
Leave me.
Okay. You don't want to mention it. Say it now.
Please leave me. The guys, you understand. I'm a little hot. I don't mind
emotional stress.
He just wants to stress me. So I was in my relationship, forgotten about him, not even thinking about. I can't even. Maybe if I bump into him on the way, I would say, "Hey, Chidi, I meet you again." I was enjoying my relationship with the pain. But I was enduring the relationship. So one day, my parents and my siblings, they traveled back home, I think for a burial or something. I can't remember. And I was left alone with Uche. He was still a baby then. So I was left with him. I think the only reason they left me in Onisha was for me to take care of him. They didn't want to take him home. That day, I decided to go to the chapel. I had a friend, a very close friend. She came to my house and I told her that I was going to go to chapel. And she was like, how are you going to close the door if you are going to chapel? I now told her that I'm going to close the back door. I'm not going to lock it. I'm going to close it. Then I would lock the front and go to chapel. We had this particular shop. That is where everybody in our street keeps their key. You know the particular. If you come there, you would see your own key and take it. So I decided to go and keep the key there. Maybe if my sibling or anybody in my family comes back, they can go there and collect the key and go into the flat. So I went there, I kept the key as planned, I closed the back door and I locked the front one with padlock and I kept the key as planned. Nobody knew that except for that my friend. I shared a story about it. Maybe I'm going to link it up here. A story about pastor telling me something about it, yeah. So I went to chapel to pray. For the very first time in my life that I was crying, asking God to change this my boyfriend. Like, my parents like him. His family also likes me. If it were to be for just family, I think we would have made a perfect couple. But in marriage, it is about you and your spouse. It doesn't have anything to do with family. It has little, maybe 10% to do with family. So I was just asking God to change his character so this thing will work out. And I was crying. After praying, I got home. I opened the back door and I couldn't see my phone again. My phone, 1400 Nokia in 2012, guys. You know how much it is. It was 14,000 naira back then.
Your money was still money.
Thank you. And then, when phone, you know the kind of phones we were using. Most of you might be using Nokia Touch back in the day. My friends, some of them used to see me as a big girl for using that phone. And I came home, I couldn't see the phone. But I didn't feel it. I was like, oh, I went to chapel. If somebody came in here to steal from me when I'm with God in the church, then that person should take. It's not going to disturb me. That was how I felt. I slept like a baby. I was like, oh, you stole the phone. Carry my problems. Carry everything. Any problem that is going to visit me in 2012. Take it with you. Bye-bye. I slept like a baby. So the next morning, I got up, I dressed for 7 a.m. mass. After dressing up, I decided to go and pick up my bead. I used to wear this bead then. And I couldn't find my weekend bag. My mom's gold necklace was in the bag with the pendant. Anything that I regarded as a value was in that bag. And surprisingly, ATM card that I have not activated for the very first time was also in the bag. Immediately I saw that one. That was when I burst into tears. I cried my eyes out before going to that 7 a.m. mass. Everything they were saying in that church was nonsense because I was just crying. I don't know why I felt so bad. my mind kept telling me that, why did this happen when you came to visit God? Like, what is this? Why would God allow something like that to happen to you when you are with him? That was the major thing that was disturbing me, and I was just crying. I couldn't control my tears. I was crying. Then when they dismissed from church, I was going home. I came close to the chapel because the chapel was just at this point, like, if you want to go to my house, our church had 4 gates, but the chapel was just near the gate that leads to our street. So when I came close to that chapel, I was angry. I said, I'm not going to enter here again. Since I came into this place and God allowed somebody to steal my bag when I'm with him, I won't go there again. I crossed it. I was going home, and another man said, no, go back. Why are you leaving him? Go and shout at him. Why would he allow something like that to happen to you? I said, no, I'm not going. Let me go back. I came back to the chapel. If you are a Catholic, you know this. We don't talk in the chapel. If you come in, nobody talks. It is always quiet. If you drop pin, people will hear it. So it's always quiet. So we don't used to talk in chapel. But that day, hey, I came in with the whole madness. I was like, I knelt down. I said, God, why? Why me? What did I do?
You're questioning God.
What did I do?
You are questioning
I came, yes, now. Why not?
On his personal agenda for you.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, why me? What did I do to deserve this? See, if I went to see a boy, I will not feel this thing. It will not even touch me. Get on your seat touching.
Wow.
If I was enjoying myself, I wouldn't enjoy, or Ijemo women enjoy na beer parlor, and somebody stole from me, I will not feel it. But this time around, I came to see you, God. I was with you, and you allowed someone to go and steal from me. Why? What did I do to you? I was crying. I was shouting. I said, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I was with you. If I was not here with you, I would not feel this thing. But you killed me. You shouldn't have allowed someone to do that to me when I'm with you here. Why did I now come to you? That was how I was shouting. And I said, I'm done with you. But then I said, you can't be done with God. I came back. I said, I'm not done. But let me tell you, since I was here with you and you allowed someone to steal from me, no problem. Let me go home. If it's how you want it, it's okay. That's how I said it, and I got up. I went straight to my friend's house. I told her that somebody stole from me. I lost my bag and I lost my phone. And she was like, hey, my mind is still telling me that she did that to me because nobody knew I was going to close our house that way. Nobody knew it. Even the people in my yard, nobody knew that I was just going to close the house that way. After that, I went home after asking her that question, and she said, hey, no. I said, okay, let me leave it. I went home. I forgot everything about the bag. So my mom was telling me that you needed to go and get another ATM so you can make withdrawals. I was like, no, I don't need it. I didn't want to go. At some point, then somebody sent a huge amount of money for me in that bank. So I needed ATM because there was something that happened, but I knew that I needed ATM for something. I now went to the new branch that is close to my house, and I met the guy, the Chaika.
It's like I know the person.
You know the person, huh? The person that tried to pour sand into your garden.
I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Hey. Sometimes all things work good for the children
of God, yes. So I went to the guy. I was like, see, they stole my bag and I have ATM card that I've not activated in the bag. So how are we going to do it? I need a new ATM. He now told me, oh, we can't do it here. You have to go back to the branch. So guys, please excuse that chicken that is making that noise. If I get it, I'm going to use it for a pot of soup. I did everything, and he said I should go back to the branch where I opened my account. That is where they are going to give me another card. I was Okada in Onitsha, so I took Okada. I was running to their branch. I was just praying, God, please let me go in before it's 4 p.m. I don't want these people to close their door. Please, I want to do this today. I was running. By the time I got there, immediately I came into their bank. it was 4 p.m. So immediately I entered the bank, they closed the door behind me. I was the last person to come into the bank that day. Guys,
thank you, Lord.
It's a miracle. Standing in the queue, waiting for my turn. As I was waiting in the queue, then somebody from nowhere came and tapped me like this, bum, bum, and I turned. If you see the way I screamed, hey, Chidi, oh my God, are you still in this? I was like, I can on a bank here. Nah, I talked to your colleague and he said that they have transferred them. So I thought the transfer affected you too. I didn't know you are still here. How are you doing? And he was like, I'm fine, I'm fine. He was just looking at me.
Honestly, guys, things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen, as in miracles still happen.
Yeah.
I can still remember that very day that I was just doing my things, my routine job, and my colleagues started calling me on the phone. And, you know, they said they were even chatting me up. I wasn't responding, so I said, okay, you are not on your seat. They started calling me. They were saying, if you miss this particular person today, that means certainly you are going to marry a dog. Oh Jesus! If you don't come here now and meet this person, and there was quite a queue that very day.
Yeah.
You know, on getting upstairs to get to I said, let me check the customer service area where they say the bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh.
But these people never knew.
They don't know the person I'm looking for.
Yeah.
They never knew the person. I didn't tell them that there was this lady I was looking for them. So only for me to get the highest goosebump I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
I just looked there, said, God. And this was still under 1 month I gave God. It was still under 1 month. I said, God, is this not the person I'm looking for? I said, let me go and touch the person and be sure. So I'll see the face. And my mind already told me that. In fact, I felt it that this is the person you're looking for.
So you're now feeling it. When I said I was feeling it, what did you say?
So, I just look at her from behind and said, this is the person I've been looking for. Just went close, tapped her, where she turned. Oh, behold it. Oh, Jesus. That smile came up again. If it wasn't that it was an office setting, it would have been more than what she just said. I had to hold myself and say, oh, so you are like this. That was what I was telling myself in my mind. God, you can do this. After how many years? After like giving, I gave up now.
Yeah.
I said, okay, let me just be counting down. I already made up my mind, okay, right, the next once I already started searching, browsing up on dogs that are cute, very wonderful dogs that can, they can die for their owners before this happened. As I tapped her, oh Jesus, it was like heaven's door were open to me.
Oh, hallelujah.
We exchanged pleasantries. She was queuing up in a department that was not my department. What I did was, oh, what did you come for? She said, you wanted to collect a new ATM. I said, okay. I got a form, gave her form to fill. It was not my department. I just gave her a form to fill. I gave her a plain sheet. I write your number here. She wrote her number and gave me. I told her to continue. I will help you and make sure I resolve the issue. I went on my own duty. So what I tried to make sure it doesn't happen again was not getting home that very day with her number. I collected the number immediately, stored it in my phone, and that was it. Our second meeting. But I'll be honest with you, that second meeting was like what I saw within us, or the expression was like, oh, I'm finally home.
Oh.
I felt it just like, hey, God, after a long journey, thank God. Thank God.
I'm feeling it again, the goosebumps.
One thing about God is, I don't know how many of us believe him, but I believe in so much because it's about relationship.
Yeah.
It's not about how righteous you are, but when you challenge him, he will tell you that he exists. Honestly, I challenged him and he told me, 1 month is too much now. Is it not a human being? As long as she's not dead, you see her. So under 1 month, I was able to meet the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh. Believe me, I didn't even want to wait a second more. It didn't even take like how long? That was
it didn't take 2 months for you to.
2 months.
Yeah, because the first time he called me on phone was on 14th February.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. Do you know why I called her? That it took that long to call her.
No.
You know, I believe that there is no girl, there is no lady out there that doesn't have someone. I was afraid.
There is.
I was afraid. I said, God, hey, let me not call this lady now. And she will say, I'm in a relationship. Hey, I will die. I was, but on that Valentine's Day, so many things were going on in my mind. I said, if I don't call this lady today, I will lose everything because somebody else will be calling her.
Guys, see, as usual, that my boyfriend. Wait, let me use them. That my boyfriend. I called him that day to wish him happy Valentine's because our relationship, in fact, our communication, everything was now scattered. So that day I decided to call to say happy Valentine's, and he said, please, I don't believe in love, forget that, I don't do that. So I was emotionally down, and my best friend said, okay, since you're feeling this way, come, let me take you to our party, because she was going for jam lessons then. So she said let her take me to their party, their Valentine's party. Maybe something would cheer me up there. So I was at that party when he called the first time. I couldn't pick because of noise.
No, you later picked.
Yes,
and I was hearing noise. God, oh,
she's cruising.
Oh, this is the person I've been waiting for. Oh Jesus. Oh my God, I'm finished.
Hey. Telling you, hey Chidi, how are you? And you didn't say anything about me and you. You only said, okay, I'm calling because of your card. It's not ready. When it's ready, I'll call you back.
So, I didn't know, because I've already known that, oh, maybe the true party for her.
Yeah.
Just putting with her boyfriend. There's no need now. So no need of, let me just do my normal work.
You decided to form.
I just covered up and said, I called this. It's about that your card. Sorry, I didn't call earlier. And
I was like, okay. I was so happy that he called. I now said, I'm going to save your number. He said, fine. I said, hey, thank God. I saved his number. And after the party, I went back to my parents' house. Well, we started talking.
Who called the next time?
You. Am I supposed to call you? I'm supposed to form now.
You just be forming. You just be forming. God. And guys, it wasn't easy because the other guy was still.
He was still calling.
Disturbing.
Well, see, immediately I started talking to my husband. I forgot. You even made me forget about him, and I'm not even going to apologize that he made me forget somebody. Like that person was just giving me stress and pain, so I couldn't cope. My husband was always there. At that point, I lost my grandmom, and my husband was the one calling me, checking on me, doing everything for me. And we were planning for burial. So when I come to the branch, he would help me sort out my transactions. Then I would go home and continue talking. Sometimes he would call me Nigerian call, 2 hours. Like, I would be asking myself, what does this guy really want? He didn't say anything about, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend, I want this. But he would call me and we would spend 2 hours on a phone call, normal call. And
do you know, I never felt like I needed to say something about marriage.
Serious?
I felt like you already know. Do you know, there are sometimes you have a relationship and you feel like you people are on the same page. You don't even need to talk about issues concerning marriage. You know, maybe when you people are prepared, both of you will still know. I will just wake up one morning and say, honey, let's do this thing. Immediately we met again, felt like I've known this person for like all these years.
Yeah.
That we've been apart, and there's no need wasting time. It didn't even take up to 2 months.
No, a month, maybe a month and a half.
I proposed to her. She she didn't even think about it. No.
So guys, I have my proposal story. There was the time I did proposal challenge, so I have the full story on this channel. I'm going to link it up there for you, so if you're interested you can also watch that one. Yeah. So
that's how it happened.
And here we are, 9 years later.
9 years later, with the most adorable daughter
Yeah.
you can ever imagine.
Yeah.
Very, very cute baby. Very, very good. And she's a miracle. Maybe that will be another story.
Another story, yeah. We are going to talk about her. God has always been there for us. Like, He started this journey. If you can see the way our story, the way we told this story, everything about this story goes to prove that this was something God planned, and He was just
walking us through the path that will lead us to each other.
Yeah.
And
after everything that happened,
and He's the captain. He's the captain. He has been seeing us through.
Sometimes
everything.
if I just remember this story, I'll be like, this man is truly the bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh. Like, how do you lose someone for 2 years and then somebody came to steal from you for you to go back to meet him again? And in your own case, you were looking for someone for 2 years only for me to come from nowhere, and people were calling you to come and see me when they don't even have any idea that he has been looking for this particular person. Because it's possible that I can come to that bank that day and I will run everything. I'll just fill the forms, give to the customer service guy, and I would go. He would not meet me. But they were calling him to come and see someone, not knowing that it's the same person that he has been looking for. So I believe that.
And there were many other single guys there.
Yeah.
Guys, there were many other single guys there. As in, it could have been Oliver, check out this lady.
But I won't agree for those ones now.
No. I'm not talking. I'm just mentioning.
Okay, they wouldn't have remembered you.
They could have called another person, but they just saw someone that said, "Where's Chidi? Where's Chidi? Where's Chidi? Where's Chidi?" And supposing I didn't honor that call,
yeah,
she would have done whatever she came to do, and I wouldn't have been able to see her. But as God will have it, He, for the first time, when we say this, to be like, maybe that is what they do there every day. They will keep on chasing girls that came for transaction. No. It's not like the call was like urgent and it was clear. Chidi, somebody is here, and if you miss this person, definitely you are going to marry a dog. Honestly,
marrying the dog part is actually
honestly, you're going to end up with a dog. If you miss this chance now, I've seen the person you are looking for. This is it. If you miss it, a dog for you. So it's a wonderful story. Anytime I remember this, sometimes I will just lie down and rehearse the whole thing in my mind. It still gives me goosebumps up till now. Because I remember my love story.
Yeah.
It has been from my year one in the university, and it hasn't been funny. But I thank God for where I ended.
So I came to wipe your tears.
Came to wipe away my tears.
Oh. So guys, we have come to the end of the video. Guys, honestly, if you are here till now, I appreciate you. I love you so much, honey. We are turning 9 years this year.
Of course.
Can we, have a Q&A, marriage Q&A? Can they drop questions for us in the community section so we can do it? Are you sure?
Of course.
We are going to film it immediately, maybe this weekend.
As soon as possible.
Q&A is very easy to film. I'll just
possible.
ask you and you answer. Okay, so guys, if you are interested in Q&A, marriage Q&A, just marriage, or relationship Q&A, just drop it. You can ask us anything, how we started, how rough it was at the beginning. Interested in anything, you can ask us anything about babies or anything, how we started, the age gap, how we fight. I'm going to make a community post about it, so you guys can drop your questions in the community post. Thank you for coming. Thank you for everything. Thank you for taking care of this baby that was handed over to you by God in 2012 till today. Thank you. I appreciate.
And also thank you for enduring me for this long 9 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, she has been enduring me.
Hey, yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching. You know how much I love you guys. So if you are new here, do not forget to hit like and drop a nice comment down there, and more especially hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. To my returning subscribers, to my returning subscribers, thank you. You guys are the best. I'll see you guys in our next one. Hubby, with this we say bye.